Jen and I'm the Children and Families Worker with Shelswell Benefice, and what I'm doing right now is for our muddy church today, and hopefully you've had the paperwork and you've had some photographs and some guidelines on how we're going to make a bug hotel. Okay, now to make a bug hotel you need to think what all the creepy crawlies, all the bugs and beetles and spiders might want to snuffle into to go to sleep. Well, there are lots and lots of ways of making bug hotels, but the big thing is we don't want you to spend loads and loads of money on buying lots of equipment and things. So everything I've got today you can find from your walk with your dog or out in the woods, sometimes even in the garden. Now, what I've done is I picked up on my last dog walk with my lovely dogs some big pieces of bark. So if you can see those, I've got quite a few big pieces here, and this is what I'm going to use to wrap around my bug hotel. So I've got my big pieces of bark there. I've got some big twigs and sticks that I picked up, and trust me, my dog was rather unimpressed that I took some away, but he can have different twigs and different sticks. So we've got quite a few of these as well to start putting down a base, and then we've got some little sticks as well, and that can start filling in the area above that. We've got little twigs here, so we've got our sticks and twigs. Now once we've got those, that kind of forms the base of what we're doing, and that lets in a lot of little different bugs. So you've got your big bugs, your little bugs, but the wind's also going to whistle through really, isn't it? So we've got some fern as well. Now this is everything I've got has fallen from the trees already, so it was on the floor. Never actually picked something from the tree itself. So I've got some dried fern and some lovely dried leaves as well, and these are going to crinkle, and that lovely sound, that wonderful sound. So lots of different bits and pieces, and I've also got some empty pine cones. Now, oops, this pine cone here, that's still got the seeds on it. That's what these little bits are. All of those are seeds, and from these we can grow more pine trees. But we're going to put them into our bug hotel because can you see all these little bits here? Whoops, come back a bit. Lots of bugs are going to really enjoy that. So we'll pop that in, and these are pine cones that the bugs have already taken the seeds from. So to wrap all of this up, I've got 2 lengths of just normal garden string. Now ask your grown-up to cut you some of this. Okay, so there's 2 pieces, and they just need to be long enough to wrap around it all. So I've put that down there, and I'm going to just bring you a little bit closer so that you can see more closely what it is I'm doing. So on here I've put my string. I'll move all of that out of the way. I'll put my string down as flat as it can be, and that's kind of like 2 lines along there. You can't really see it on this table. And now on my 2 pieces of string I'm just going to put my bark. Okay, so that's going to come into there, and I'm kind of going to make it all the way along if I can, these big long bits, because I'm going to tie it all up together at the end. So excuse me, all of that is lined up there, and I'll start putting bits and pieces into it as well. Some more lovely bits of bark. Now I've got my bigger sticks, okay, and that can go all the way along there, so that's kind of, as I roll it up, all of this is going to be on the outside. Okay, so I want you to help your grown-up by picking up all these lovely twigs, and once they're nice and dry, always make sure they're nice and dry, okay, because if they're wet it's just going to get a little bit mouldy and we don't want it mouldy. Here we go, I've put in my little twigs, and I've got my pine cones next that I'm kind of going to put in along the middle bit there, so it's kind of like in the middle. And now I want all that lovely fern in there. That's almost like their bedding, and everybody likes nice duvets or pillows or blankets, and that's kind of what these are to the bugs. There we go. So we'll just put them in the middle. If you can see what I've done there, that's all piled up into there. Now hopefully this is going to work well, because I'm going to take the two sides and I'm going to pull it together like that. And as I wrap my string up, I'm going to tie the string. Again, you might need your grown-up to help you do that. And I'm going to put a knot into it there. And on the other side, it doesn't matter if things fall out. There we go. And that's the other side. So that's my knot. Now what I've got here, it looks a bit messy, but that is a fantastic bug hotel, and inside is all that wonderful goodness and somewhere safe for the bugs to crawl into. Now I have an allotment, and that's somewhere that I grow my vegetables and some flowers for my children and I to eat, and for my family and my friends as well. And I'm going to take this along to my allotment because I've got a lot of bugs there, and they do a lot of good things as well. They help me pollinate, they keep the nasty bugs away, and this would be wonderful. So I'm going to show you in another little clip what I'm going to do with this. So you can take your bug hotels, you can put them in your garden if you don't have an allotment, or you could maybe take them down to St James's Lake or somewhere nature reserve near to you, and just put it somewhere safe out of the way so that the bugs have got these fantastic places to go. But do put them in your gardens if you can, because the bugs will come and keep all the nasties away and help pollinate, and they're really good for your garden. And I'll also show you how to look for bugs as well. So I'll see you in a different little clip. Thank you. Bye bye. God bless.